Volume has been checked, the game has been loaded, and now continue. Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Fireboy. You can call me Scott. And I'm playing more Elden Ring. I was thinking about doing other things this morning, but then some magical force, I was out of my control. It just the game turned on, and now that it's on, it'll feel bad if I don't play it. And so we're gonna sit here and we're gonna play some Elden Ring. That's the true story. It's completely exactly how it happened. At any rate, we're here, up in this place. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here. We're just kind of exploring this area. We haven't done anything up here really yet. And so we're gonna explore for the sake of figuring out where Selen is. I'm gonna just handle these guys here. Okay, Belinda, let's kind of zero her a little bit here. It's a beautiful day outside. It's the middle of spring and still it snowed because the world it insists upon, you know, at least where I live, just having the most bipolar weather you could ever imagine. So that's what we're dealing with, and it's fine. And we'll eventually have to get some exercise in, but if we could just, like, give it a minute to not be quite so miserably cold, even if I'm just walking from home to the car, and the car to the gym, it would be preferable. What's this nonsense? Is the crawlies out of the bushes, the bushman? Perhaps that was a little cruel of me, the homeless man who's, you know, just trying to eke out a living inside of the local bushery, local shrubberies. And so I just kind of up and murder him. But in my defense, he seems like he's probably on something because he just started attacking me, which is unnecessary to say the least, and cruel and unusual and violent, to say the most accurate. It's fine. We'll just preemptively handle this guy here. No wonder the world we live in is one that's so combative. Every game has taught me that I'd better be the one to hit first because everyone else is just gonna probably make it a big old deal and want to kill me if I don't, you know, if I don't do the killing first. Are you coming, Miss Tier version of myself? That's good. Alright, let's go handle this guy. I don't think this is where we need to go, but these guys, if I'm remembering properly, aren't actually that big of a deal here. Yeah. And also, we're very over-leveled for this guy here. Well, Ghost Belinda, not necessarily the most capable there, but also, enemy's been felled, and that was pretty simple and straightforward. We got the bubble tier and the crimson burst tiers. We could use those to make our special potion even more special if we wanted, but I don't know that that's really all that critical for us to do. So we'll just... Okay, wow. Well, luckily his most powerful attack did as of nothing to us. We're here. I'm pretty sure we need to go, like, over here, so I don't know that there's much purpose for us to being over here at this point. We can come over and see what the ape men are doing. Rise of the lands between of the apes. And they've got the firebomb technology, of course. As everyone knows, apes have, on their own, sort of developed the firebomb technology a few times, and, you know, since recorded history has begun. It's shocking every time that they do it, but they somehow pulled it off, and it's, you know, it creates for some really upsetting situations at various zoos and stuff like that, because one might think that being in an isolated population would limit their ability to, you know, learn these types of things, but as it turns out, it just makes them particularly good at observing human behavior, including the human behavior for Molotovs. And so, you know, it's just this weird situation where they pick up on stuff. Oh god, I gotta check my phone real quick. Wait, hold on, I gotta pause. It's an important offer from the cable company. It's a one-time offer. If I switch my cable provider and bundle it with internet and dish and cable, the most redundant services ever, I can get like 10% off each of them. So this is a desperately important situation. Okay, we're back. And I found a wonderful deal. I now have 3 sports packages for the dish and 7 children's packages for the cable, all with like 7 megabit internet for the super affordable price of only $289 a month. It's a great deal. No one will give me a better offer, so said the guy that I'm pretty sure was not an AI. And so that's nice. Listen here, Buggington. Oh, this is a different Buggington than I was thinking of. I want the one that's been assaulting me. Oh, that guy. Yeah, this guy. Go ahead and do something to me. This is okay. We'll just stay locked down while you do. You're gonna have a hard time. Sneaking up on me now, mister. Better turn around. I've got all the connectivity of... Okay, this is getting a little boring. I'll be perfectly honest here. Oh, Belinda. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. I don't really feel like dealing with this. Where am I? It won't let me look at the... Okay, so it's not gonna let me look at the map until I kill these stupid Buggingtons. Can we get the jump attacks? No, of course we can't get the jump attacks. Wouldn't that just make it too easy? Just get close to the ground, you little twerp. This is so unentertaining. You're really making me look like an idiot here. There we go. And we got him. Just like that kid. It makes me think of the time when I was... I feel bad about this to this day. I was a child, and I was catching bugs and frogs and stuff at the pond down the road from or just across the street from where I lived as a child. And there were like these big dragonflies all over the place, and I was, catching the dragonflies because they were so big. And there's one, I felt bad. I had my little butterfly net, and there was one, and I swung the net, and the dragonfly accidentally flew into the into the net, like as I was swinging it. Like it flew towards the back of the net as I was trying to swing towards it to catch it, and it ended up just absolutely ramming into the back of the net and basically beheading itself because it broke its little dragonfly neck. And I felt so bad because I just wanted to catch it and look at how pretty it was, because it was one of them big emerald green ones, and it was very pretty and attractive, and I liked it, and it was neat, and then I ended up killing it, and I felt really bad and didn't pick up my net for some time after that. But these are the things that happen to us sometimes, and, it's we live and we learn. And so I've learned that you better not try to catch anything unless you're prepared for it to die in the process, because that's a very possible thing that can happen. Yeah, there we go. Nice try, fools. Belinda, I'm gonna need you to actually kill this guy. Thank you. Nice try. Alright, we're gonna go catch the big arrowman. We'll kite these guys closer into the area. We'll just let him do his thing. He can stand there and watch us as we destroy his friends. I guess I don't know that they're friends. They're at least co-workers. He's probably gone to lunch with them a couple times. Maybe met their wives. And, that's... As co-workers do, or so I'm led to believe. I've never been one to do much interacting with my co-workers. They're fine people and all. I just, I have friends, so I don't really interact with them. Oh, God, no! Alright, well... One time when I didn't teleport really quickly, that's what I get. Okay, well, this will probably set us back a lot. Wow, okay. Well, so we're back at the Royal Capital. This isn't where I want to be right now, though. Is there a... can we just, at least take advantage of this? Is there, a... I'm afraid of progressing forward at any point. And oh yeah, there we go. So we can at least we're here anyway. We might as well just grab ourselves a little plot of grace, and we can see the sunbathing giants as they lay upon the beach, all cozy and, you know, luxurious. I mean, no, not even close. We could adjust this if we wanted to. What are we? Half HP, temporarily boosts strength, which is nice. Wait, hold on. What do we have? What's this one do? For time and a mixed physic. That's not a bad one to open up with. Maybe we'll do that one and get the steady increase. And this one, that's increases strength. What does this one do? Negates damage. That'd be kind of nice. Purifies Lord of Blood's curse in a mixed. Well, no, I don't know that we need that. Okay, well. And now we'll travel back across the world, across the land. Not find. I'm sure there's actually a place that we could have done stuff, but that's fine. We can just go there and we can approach where we're trying to go from an entirely different angle, and I'm sure that'll be fine. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and make this a bit quicker of a process. And we're just gonna run along here. And we'll get where we need to go eventually. You can just ignore those guys. They are nothing to us. They are weak and sad, and we are strong and... Wait, hold on, pick up the thing. Pick it up, there we go. We have a whole gold rune. And rune fragments, of course. Fragments of the runes that we collect like a child might collect scraps of metal found in their backyard. As though they were treasures, when really they're just that one screw your dad lost while he was making when he was building you know, the shed or the swing set that you and your brother, you know, would then risk breaking your arms because you wanted to jump off it and you were having challenges to see you could get the most airtime. And, you know, you won, and that was kind of cool. And, you know, like, that was cool in its own right that you got to be the successful one of that. But then, you know, then it was all for naught because then you landed weird and you twisted your ankle and you tried to hide it. And when you came limping to the dinner table, your parents were like, what the crap did you do? And you had to fess up, and then you went to the hospital, and it turned out there was like a small fracture there. You know, these are the things, these are the memories, the core memories that exist for us. And they seem probably not all that relevant now, and that's okay. We want to keep... Okay, listen here, ratso. Listen here, Ratatouille. My hair is not for tugging, nor my hands for cooking. I do not make, I destroy. I am Belinda the Destroyer. It's not that's not an don't look that up in the phone book. That's not an official title. We do have a jail here, and we could do stuff like that. That might be kind of fun. We need to use the stone sword key. How many of those do we have? We have to have like a whole crap ton of them. Hold on. Keys. We only got 2 stone sword keys. Good lord, I thought I had a lot more than that. Well, I'll hold on to those in case we need them for other things. Probably there's not anything we need it for, but I think this game at least did a good job of making sure that, like, you know, you're not going to be resource locked out of progressing anything. We'll just handle the headless, the Ichabod cranium, the Ichabod no cranium guards. So we got the Church of America, which is, you know, there's some difficult politics involved in that, but, you know, hey, these are the things that how it goes sometimes. So we can grab this, rest at the grace. Now this time, if we accidentally get ourselves, you know, teleported away, we got a quicker place to get here. I think if we go down towards the south now is where we're expected to go, and that's great. And travel around here. Somewhere around here is gonna be the lady. Her body is allegedly around here somewhere. go ahead and handle some of these guys. We can just like, okay, well, I guess we won't get the stab. We'll still get the kills. Not that surprising, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here and brag about killing a bunch of headless people. I mean, they can't even see the attacks coming. It's pretty poor sport, you know. It's kind of like, what do they call it? Like fish in a barrel? Yeah. Which is always kind of an amusing thing. Oh god, the poison poop water coming for us. Oh geez. Okay. All right. Well, we have a giant ball of terror. Seems likely that this is where our lady friend is going to be. Oh god. Oh god, the birdcage man. They saw that one movie with miscongeniality in it, and they misunderstood the concept of the birdcage and just put their whole selves in it. And now they're running around, you know, with just the most ridiculous little tunics. And that's, you know, the good news for them is they've got like 17 arms, and that, you know, can be a bit of a boon when you're trying to kill people, because it's like, you know, it's like, you can't block everything, sucker, you know, and you just start swinging and swinging, and it's like, yeah, there's nothing else to do. We found her. We get our ambush shard. That's a little bit of a foreboding thing to find an ambush shard as we're in here, but that's fine.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, I suppose.
Shackles take a toll on us all.
Yeah.
There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone.
Yep.
A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver.
Okay.
Someone may come for my life.
So is this like an occupational requirement that you speak cryptically at all times, or is it just something that you do honestly? As the line of people looking to progress things grows, we reach into the belly of the mother, and she shall birth for us the thing which will give us life. Symbolic and a little icky, all at once. So we've got that, and yeah, that's probably about what you would expect after any birthing ritual. A lot of gasping and a lot of pain.
Thank you.
And for some reason, some graciousness.
My essence. Please, treat it.
I would do nothing other than be respectful of one's essence.
Treat it with what you.
Okay, what you hold is my very being. Something like that. Okay, we've done everything there. And so now, allegedly, we're supposed to leave and reload the area. Stop. Don't touch. Reload the area. Tell an adult. I've been prepared for this my whole life. And so, whatever that's worth. Is there... No, we're not that far from there. We can just do this to reload. Because evidently we need to reload. And then we need to go back down there. So now we return past the Skullingtons. Hold on a second. I need to check something. You know, I'm not even going to pause this one. Alright, anyway. We can be back into it now. I just needed to look at the time and make sure I was... Oh, God. I forgot we haven't killed that. Belinda, focus on the guys here. Why are you focusing on the guys way over there, man? They're not doing anything to you yet. So now we'll go and attack these guys. It's fine. Da-da-da. And so we see the benefits of things like practical effects from the men who are headless, who actually are missing their heads, as opposed to just being some weirdly generated computer version of a headless man. Because, like, you know, that's... These days, everyone's a little too reliant on their special effects for their movies and stuff, and frankly it just makes things look weird. Everyone remembers the weirdness of that one tank in, you know, Star Wars Episode 3 when it just bounced like a super ball. Everyone remembers that, you know, and it's the nature of things. And here we have a man. Yes.
Well met.
Sure.
I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places.
It's that man.
No selling, did you?
No.
Whatever the case, She's dead now.
Certainly, and it definitely wasn't because of anything I did. I was her apprentice. I was her best friend, her confidant. She loved me. She loved me, and I loved her. We were the only ones for each other.
The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Rhea Lucaria's academy.
Your voice sounds remarkably similar to many of our other friends.
It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled.
Sure.
I suspect Selen lives on elsewhere.
Well,
I'm sure she'll turn up eventually in another body.
as one does.
Thought. But what
Just like the mother gave birth to her essence, so shall she be birthed
I suspect
through someone else's
she'll shoot a
essence.
sickening
And we won't bother to interpret that in any other way. Now I'm thinking about Star Wars after thinking about practical effects. And Star Wars is such an example of something that I was once a die-hard fan of, and then stuff, you know, changes over time. I want to get to the top of there. I want to play King of the Castle. Hold on. As things... Whoops, alright. Well, I guess it's just not meant to be. We'll kill this guy. And we'll come grab this free stuff. Oh, good. A dragonfly head. I was hoping I would find one of those. Star Wars is such an example of things that they change over time. Not to say that I'm not still a fan. I will always think that lightsabers are just kind of one of the sickest weapons that anyone's ever invented. Like, they're so cool, man. It's like a sword, but it's like lasers and stuff. It's the best of like 17 worlds. And like Star Wars, the more I come to understand about stories, the more I realize it's like fantasy in space. It's so cool. It's not, you know, your heavy sci-fi. It's like, you're not heavy science fiction. It's fun, whimsical fantasy stuff. And so, yeah, okay, wait, hold on. We need to go to, I think we need to go back up. Oops, no. It's faster if we do this. I think we need to go back up here to, yeah, I think we're supposed to find like some puppets or something, because I'm pretty sure that's where we're gonna find Selen in that other body. I mean, like, what body is more ripe for the taking than that of just some silly old puppet? I'm gonna rest at the Grace just to make sure everything is good to go. No yellow dots, so we're fine. I do miss the days when Star Wars felt like it could do no wrong. Which is to say, I feel like the peak of Star Wars fame was sometime around the, sometime around when Star Wars Episode 1 came out. Seemed like it was peak Star Wars, right? Because like everyone still just had like really fond memories of the original trilogy, and they thought it was like so super cool and neat. But then Star Wars Episode 1. Oh, hi there, guy. I'm just gonna kill you. That's fine. And so then you get a new one and everyone's excited about it, and it's like super awesome because the guy's got like the double-sided lightsabers. The first time they were like, hey, what if like a lightsaber wasn't just like a single sword? What if they had ways to make other weapons out of, you know, lightsaber technology and all that stuff? And so they did it, and it was awesome, and everyone loved it. And the kid, the Anakin was like super cute, and everyone thought he was great, even if he was just like a kid actor who had that kind of natural awkwardness that every kid actor does, because you can get away with it because they're just so stinking cute, and so we all have fun with that. But I don't know if it's, yeah, we don't want to talk to this guy. He doesn't do anything for us. Somewhere around here we need to go. Oh wait, no, I think okay, I think I remember where we need to go now. Hold on, and just do this. But yeah, Star Wars Episode 1, it was like peak Star Wars. It's like, because it was also at a time when, you know, CGI was becoming a thing, so they could make those space battles look pretty epic, but it was like, it still wasn't all that great, so they were using it sparingly rather than doing the modern day thing where they just like overdo it, so that way they can just use that as an excuse to not have to actually make a good movie. You know, like I was watching I was at the gym the other day, and they had one of the Aquaman movies, and literally everything just looked like some sort of like weird jelly creature walking around, because there was so much CGI everywhere, and it kind of started looking a little weird and insane. Pretty sure somewhere around here there's going to be one for us to talk to or something. Oh, maybe it's this thing. So this puppet, do not touch. Okay, well, that's not helpful. I thought there was supposed to be one around here. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I did something wrong. Not you. Okay. I guess I was mistaken about this. Unless there... Oh, I wonder if there's like another... Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. I think everything's all like trickery and stuff. There we go. And there you go. And so we shall reverse birth our mother.
My apprentice.
In the strangest, like, turning of the tables or something. I don't know how you'd even describe this.
You've helped me fill a new body once again.
I miss the days of practical effects.
A gem.
That's an honest opinion. I think that movies these days are too reliant on CGI in general. Like I say, they just kind of end up looking goofy. Sorry, I should be listening to this lady, but she's gonna return to the academy. It's fine.
And restore the primeval, my dear apprentice.
But yeah, so yeah, so we'll come. You can come over now. So with that, wait, hold on. Wait, did you have more to talk about? Should double check that. Okay. Okay, so we got that. One more time. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Study. Yeah, there we go. Now we got everything we need.
You wish to resume? Have I not been stricter?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so we do that. What time? Probably have enough time to just like quickly do, because I'm pretty sure now we're just gonna go fight. Then we gotta. Okay. I don't know that it matters exactly how this all pans out one way or another. There's a couple different options, but actually now that I'm thinking about the time, by the time we transport and do stuff, we'll get ourselves over there. But I think now is probably a time for me to say thank you for joining. Love and appreciate all of you. If you're making movies, take a lesson out of Project Hail Mary and use puppets and stuff. Same with Mandalorian, right? They used puppets instead of just making everything CGI as they do things. But don't do it like what was the one? The American soldier one, where it was the guy and it was the tragic story about the guy who like shot 1 million people with his sniper rifle, and they had the scene where he had the baby and it was just a doll and you could see him moving the doll's leg with his hand, and no one thought that was maybe something to work on and smooth out. And so like don't do that, but like use some practical effects, use models and puppets and stuff like they did for Rocky and Project Hail Mary. That's why everyone loves it. Also because they basically made the character just the dog from they made him Doug from Up, which is fine. That's fine. It's it was a choice and it worked for them. But that's what the character is like. Let's be real. And so, but yeah, use the practical effects. It will practically save your movie. And so, we love you, and we'll see you next time. Fare thee well. They let him stay kind of smart, because like Rocky is like a spacefaring thing, but also that's like the risk you run if you make him too much of a sidekick type character. It kind of undercuts the fact that he is like a really smart spacefaring engineer. Like if he's just like too much of a goofball, it kind of undercuts that. So like it's a fine line to tread. So maybe also keep that in mind if you're a filmmaker.